We are coming up on what many would consider to be the second biggest gaming event of the year, right behind E3. It's Gamescom 2019, and we have details on a lot of the publishers that are gonna be there, and expect a lot of PlayStation 4 game reveals, updates, maybe even some PlayStation 5 game reveals and updates, so we'll talk all about that. Also, Warner Bros. Games Montreal placeholders appear on Amazon, suggesting that their game announcement is near. We've been waiting quite a while to hear what they're doing next, and it's very likely that we could see some sort of announcement at Gamescom. One title that I would definitely like to see at Gamescom, hell, I've been calling for this franchise to make a return at just about every big gaming event, and that is Splinter Cell. Well, the Ubisoft CEO is saying that they're working on Splinter Cell's comeback. They just have to find the right moment to go big. We'll talk that at the end of this video, but first up, we are coming up on Gamescom 2019, and it is shaping up to be quite the event with a slew of new game announcements, revelations, and everything in between. We know that THQ Nordic is going to have a bunch of titles, and they're revealing a couple of games, but there's going to be a lot of publishers there, a lot of gameplay reveals, a lot of game reveals in general, updates, whatever the case may be. At this point in 2019, you'd have to think that a lot of the games that are going to be announced at this point might end up being next generation titles, they might end up being cross-generation titles, whatever the case may be. I want to give you guys the rundown of the publishers that are going to be at the big event. 2K Games is going to be there. I imagine that they're going to show off a little bit of Borderlands 3, maybe some other titles as well. They've got a lot of titles in the works right now. Their sports titles are obviously a big fixture of their business. Might see some of that. Activision is going to be there. I imagine that they're going to gear that towards Call of Duty. Bandai Namco is going to be there, and they've got a bunch of stuff in the works right now. A new Tales of game, of course, From Software is working on their project. They're working on the new Dragon Ball Z action RPG. Bandai Namco has a lot of things under their umbrella. How could I even forget to mention Code Vein? Of course, that's being released next month. I imagine we would see some of that to heighten anticipation and excitement for that game. But do expect that. Bungie is going to be there. Of course, they're probably going to show off Destiny 2's expansion in Shadowkeep. Capcom is going to be there. I imagine all that we're going to see from them is Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I've been wanting a new Mega Man X game for so long. If I can't get that, can we get a Mega Man Battle Network collection? We got the Mega Man collection. We got the Mega Man X collection. Battle Network is that next series I need to see make a comeback, and I know so many people would love to go back and play those games. Shout out to any of you guys that actually played Mega Man Battle Network. God, I love those games on the Game Boy. Hell, I would even like to see Mega Man Star Force make a comeback. Capcom just has a lot of IPs in their backlog, and Mega Man is one with so much lineage and history behind it that I hope to see some of the other Mega Man spin-offs eventually see collections and remasters or whatever the case may be. But that would be great. Electronic Arts is going to be there. Do expect the revelation of a brand new Need for Speed game. We know that's coming later this year. We still haven't heard about it at this point. Epic Games is going to be there. Epic Games' main thing right now is the Epic Game Store that is PC-centric, but they are acquiring a lot of exclusives, and I imagine at Gamescom they're going to announce some exclusive game acquisitions, whether it be a one-year timed exclusive or it be an exclusive for a longer period of time. Whatever the case may be, that doesn't really pertain to PlayStation 4 gamers, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. Google Stadia is going to be there. Koch Media and Deep Silver are going to be there, so that's pretty cool. I imagine Deep Silver would show off some of the Metro Exodus expansion content. That should be pretty cool. Private Division is going to be there. I imagine they will bring with them the Outer Worlds because people are very excited about that. Sega is going to be there, and it was noted that they will be announcing a new AAA game. What could that be? Is it a new IP? Is it something random like Vanquish 2? Which wouldn't be random at all for me. I would absolutely love that, but that might be a little bit of a far cry at this point. But I would love to personally see a Vanquish 2. Whatever the case may be, a new AAA game is going to be coming from them. Square Enix is going to be there. I would imagine that they'll show off Oninaki just because that game is about to be released. Could we see more of the Final Fantasy VII Remake? That game is progressing pretty nicely, and it will be released in early 2020. So at this point, it might be time to show off more of that game, although I personally have seen enough and I'm already sold on the game. I could be in the dark about the game until early 2020 and I would still be sold. Here's an interesting tidbit. Sony is going to be at Gamescom. Yes, they missed out on E3, but they're going to be at Gamescom in full force. Probably going to see some gameplay. I wouldn't imagine we would see any new PS4 exclusive announcements just because I feel like the majority of their first-party studios are working on PlayStation 5 games, and those aren't ready to be revealed. Whether that be a new God of War, whether that be a Horizon Zero Dawn 2, those games are definitely in development. However, they're just not ready to show that off yet. At least that would be my thinking. THQ Nordic is going to be there again. They're going to be showing off some cool stuff. THQ Nordic is quickly becoming one of my favorite publishers in all of gaming just because they are releasing some incredibly zany titles, from Biomutant to random remasters like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. They're doing some great stuff. Darksiders Genesis looks really good. THQ Nordic is just killing it on all fronts, and I hope to see more quality content out of them. Ubisoft is going to be there. Would love to see a Splinter Cell, and we'll talk that in a little bit. Xbox Game Studios is going to be there, and they do note that much more is going to be present at the big show as well. So expect a lot of cool announcements coming out of Gamescom, and we will be covering it all, as it will be live streamed across all major platforms on August 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, so a little bit earlier in the day. And that will feature new announcements and new content premieres, including a new look at Death Stranding, and that'll be presented by Kojima Productions founder Hideo Kojima and hosted by Jeff Keighley. That specific event, again, August 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Also confirmed was the premiere of V1 Interactive developed first-person shooter Disintegration, and a new title from THQ Nordic has also been confirmed. Again, a new AAA title from Sega is also expected to be coming. So a lot of cool stuff on the horizon from Gamescom. It might be even on the caliber of an E3. I don't think it's necessarily going to be that big. We just saw so much stuff at E3 that it was a little bit mind-rattling. However, Gamescom could be the platform where we see a lot of gameplay, so that would be really great. Alright, moving on from that, Warner Bros. Games Montreal might be ready to announce their new title, as it's been a very long time since Batman Arkham Origins was released. That was all the way back in October 2013. And since then, there's been a flurry of rumors and speculation on their next project back in late December 2016. WCCF Tech did report that a Suicide Squad game was in production, and it was canceled while the studio continued working on a new Batman Arkham game starring Damian Wayne, son of Bruce Wayne. However, later rumors suggested their Batman Arkham game is a direct sequel to Origins and will instead focus on Bruce Wayne and Robin Dick Grayson. Whatever the case may be, we're probably going to hear about it very soon, considering that placeholder listings were seen on Amazon for a Warner Bros. Montreal Games title. It's listed for PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. So who knows what that game could be. I think a new Batman game could be really cool. It's been a little while since we got Batman Arkham Knight. Over 4 years, believe it or not. Yeah, how time flies with that. But a new Batman game could be rather interesting. This is one that I would definitely imagine to see at Gamescom, especially with a listing like this appearing. Either it's going to appear at Gamescom or it's going to be announced right around the same time if they themselves are not going to be present at the event. But Gamescom does seem like a pretty great platform to reveal a brand new game like this. And who knows, is it going to be out later this year? It could be an instance where the game is announced and it's ready to go shortly thereafter, because they've been working on this game for a very long time. I doubt that's the case, because generally speaking, we don't hear games being announced in August and brand new AAA games at that and being released later in the year, although that is happening with Need for Speed. So who knows? I peg that more as an outside shot to happen, but we'll keep you guys posted. Lastly, I do want to note that Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot did speak a little bit about Splinter Cell and the return of the franchise. And now here's what he said in a video interview conducted with Chinese publication Gamersky during China Joy 2019, which just passed. Speaking on Splinter Cell, he noted, on Splinter Cell there will be some type of new experiments, but more on different devices. We are working a lot on the brand today to come back at one point. We can't say when, because as you know, it takes time, but we have to find which time is right to come back big. Now this could be very disappointing if it's like some sort of Splinter Cell mobile game. I know if that's announced, there would be an incredible amount of backlash, because so many people want to see the return of Splinter Cell. But if it ended up being a Splinter Cell mobile-oriented title, or say a smaller Splinter Cell experience, that just wouldn't fly with a lot of people, at least from my speculation and just assessing the gaming audience. I don't think they would be all too happy to see the return of Sam Fisher in the form of a mobile game or a smaller project, but nonetheless, it looks like Ubisoft does have plans for Splinter Cell going into the future. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Gamescom 2019 is quickly approaching, and it's gonna feature a lot of publishers, new Death Stranding content, new announcements, new revelations, a lot of cool stuff to come then. Again, just a little over a week away at this point. And who knows with WB Games Montreal's title? I am speculating it could be a new Batman title, but it could be something entirely different, maybe a new IP, maybe something original. There are a lot of options and a lot of doors that they can open and create a compelling game, so we'll wait and see to hear what that is, but hopefully we'll hear about that come Gamescom. And it looks like Ubisoft hasn't given up on Splinter Cell. They're just waiting for the right time for the series to make a comeback. That's going to conclude this video. Do sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.